Crank him up, gang! Crank him up! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the engines have just been cranked. It is now time for some IndyCar racing on the streets of Markham in Ontario, Canada. Yep, for the first time in a long time, IndyCar's best are not in Toronto anymore. They're now racing at a new track in Markham in Ontario, Canada, a few miles north of Toronto. We'll see how this new street course tests these drivers' skills approximately 30 kilometers north of Toronto. So we'll see what goes on today. I think it's 12 turns at this course. 2, 3, 4. Enterprise Boulevard, then the sharp hairpin at turn 5. And it's a very fast section there through Unionville Gate. Max speed of 175 miles an hour. Wow. Down into turn 6. Then turn 7 and 8 and 9. And sketchy section of the corner, turn 10, 11, and 12. Yep, 12 turns at this track. So we'll see how IndyCar's best drivers attack this race course. 27 of them. Hey, John. Kyle Larson successfully did the double last night. Yeah, I heard because he finished sixth in Richmond last night, which unfortunately I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see the Cup race last night, but I heard that he finished sixth and he won the Knoxville Nationals earlier this morning around 2 a.m. or some sorts. So I guess you can say that's a successful double for Kyle Larson. Definitely. There you are, it's Justin Boy. Boogity boogity Indy boogity. Yep. Cloudy day there in Toronto. I mean, in Markham. It's going to be a very technical section through 1 and 2 right there. Rookie points this season: Dennis Hauger, 174, Kyle Collette, 147, and Mick Schumacher, 146 points. And that right there, turn 5, that is also going to be a very technical section, going down into like a tight hairpin at like 24 miles an hour. That's the required speed going through that section, through that hairpin in turn 5. Joey Laguna wins Richmond, which means he's going to be a big boy. There it is. In the cup race. Oh man, they're showing us the black flag, Ty. Looks like they caught us speeding up pit road. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to drive through the pits without stopping, Ty. Mm-hmm. Oh, use the Joe Gibbs voice. Oh man, they're showing us the black flag, Ty. Looks like they caught us speeding on pit road. You're gonna have to do a drive-through penalty, Ty. I know what I'm doing, Grandpa. All right. I'm pretty sure they're going to be doubling up now because I don't think they're going to be starting there when they get the green flag. They'll be using an alternate start finish line pretty much at that fast section of the course, I think. Like how they did in Arlington earlier this spring. But we'll see. And there's the championship leader, Alex Palau, who crashed during qualifying. So he's going to be starting a little bit deeper in the field. So we'll see what he can do. We'll see what Alex Palau can do as he's trying to clinch the championship a few races early. But he can't clinch it today, I think. Joe, how disappointing are you that Chase Briscoe didn't win? Chase Briscoe knows what he's doing. I'm going to help him as much as I can to get this championship, interviewer. All right, the lights are out on the pace car. Grandpa, I hate Joey Logano. What am I supposed to do about that, Ty? All right, the pace car is off, so I'm pretty sure they're getting the green flag this time by. Just waiting for the drivers to double up. And I think they're doing that just now on this long section of the track. Coming to the start finish line, the alternate start finish line. 27 of IndyCar's best about to take on the streets of Markham. Not in Toronto anymore. We're in a new course in Markham, Canada. Coming to the start finish line, and already Louis Foster takes off, and we're racing on the streets of Markham in Canada. Already deep in the field, they're 2-3 wide, already going through that turn 6, I think. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. Already up front, Louis Foster up about 1.6 second lead over Christian Longard. Then it's Scott McLaughlin, Marcus Ericsson, and Dennis Hauger, the top 5. As we've already completed the first lap here in Markham. As everyone's starting jostling into their positions or settle into their positions. So we're looking for the championship leader, Alex Palau. And already on the initial jump, Kyle Kirkwood has moved up 6 positions. Oh. Whoa, that is tight there. Whoa. In between Pato Ward and Felix Rosenquist. through that section. That is tight. Wow. You unfortunately missed the start. Ouch. Well, at least IndyCar is racing in your country again. So there's that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that turn five section, that is very technical. Breaking from We're going from like 140 or something miles an hour to down to like 24 miles an hour to make that hairpin in turn five. Yeah, that is going to be very technical. You'll eventually get to it. You'll get to the race soon. All right. But up front, Louis Foster showing the way early on in this race. NASCAR needs to race in Toronto. If you want some of my interest back into this sport, then they should do it, or be at any other Canadian track. Um, yeah, maybe most sport, because the truck series used to race at what was then named, I think it's still named Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park or Motorsport, whatever. It's still the same thing. They raced there from 2013 to 2019 until COVID happened. Um, but at least you still got the NASCAR Canada series. If you're still interested in that, that's an underrated series in my opinion. Although I can't get any NASCAR Canadian series here, or NASCAR Canada series races here in America. That's unfortunate. But like I mentioned before, I can't fly. You can't always get what you want in life. Think the NASCAR Canada series should probably race at Watkins Glen? That's a good idea, John. That's a very good idea. But will it happen in real life? I don't think so. As it looks like already all the drivers are settled into their positions, and it's still Louis Foster showing the way here in Canada, while Christian Lundgaard and Scott McLaughlin about 9 tenths of a second in between each other for in second and third, and Marcus Ericsson and Dennis Hauger in top five. Then it's Renus VK, Scott Dixon, David Malukas, Mick Schumacher, and Graham Rahal, the top 10. As we got Felix Rosenquist on pit lane getting serviced up. His first stop of the day, he's down and away with a 6.8. Probably a different strategy that they're trying to pull out early on in this race. Still a long ways to go. As for the championship leader, who crashed during qualifying and had to start near the rear of the field, he's up to 11th right now, picking them off one at a time. There's Will Power, who had to start at the rear of the field, along with his teammate Kyle Kirkwood and one other driver for something that I don't remember. But he had to start deep in the field, and he really Hasn't gone anywhere since that. Who was honestly your bold pick to win at Daytona in August? Well, my bold pick to win at Daytona in 2 weeks. Like I said, my underdog pick for Daytona in August is Zane Smith. He's a very good super speedway racer. He's a really good super speedway racer. But my bold pick to win Daytona, I want to say Connor Zillage, but I'm not so sure. I mean, you can say he technically won Daytona because he started the race in the and then named Xfinity Series last year until Parker Kligerman took over and Kligerman won for Connor Zillage last summer. I kind of want to go there, but I'm not so sure. So if I had to make a bold pick for Daytona, hmm, I'm gonna say Shane Van Gisbergen. Lock it in. Shane Van Gisbergen for Daytona. That's my bold pick. So we're going to commercial break. It is still Louis Foster showing the way with a 2.5 second advantage over Christian Lungard. Oh, trust SVG for you don't trust Zilch for super speedways or SVG? Hmm. I mean, for super speedways, anything could happen, and literally anyone could win on a super speedway. So you never know. But I get your point. I want to say Bull Pick is it's Cody Ware, but he's a criminal. Yeah, he is a criminal. Now, I literally almost forgot that he almost won last year's Daytona race when he led up multiple laps. I almost forgot about that. Thankfully, he didn't win last year at Daytona. But the better bull pick, in your opinion, is Austin Hill. Yeah, he's a really good super speedway racer in the O'Reilly series. So he'll definitely be one to watch coming to Daytona for the Cup Series. And we're back on the streets of Markham for the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy Grand Prix here in Canada as Louis Foster continues to show the way with a 2 second lead over Christian Lungard. And this was on the initial start. Yeah, he just jumped it. Just got a really good start. And he just been checked out ever since. Oh, train! That's a very good shot of the train across the bridge. Oh, Nolan Siegel. Whoa! Cal Colette and Felix Rosenquist. So that's why Cal Colette's off the track for now. And that's why Rosenquist pitted. I see. Nope. Hmm. A little communication going on right there. There's a nice, cool aerial shot of the track, well, part of the track, so you can get an idea of where they're racing. Oh, what happened here with Will Power and Santino Ferrucci? Oh, textbook pass by Will Power. And then on to Joseph Newgarden. Another textbook pass going into turn six. Joe, how does it feel to have every one of your cars make the chase? Job's not done, interviewer, but it's a good start. Oh, Rinus VK is now into pit lane. There he is. He's down and away with the 6.6. So looking back at from Scott McLaughlin, looking at Marcus Erickson, running third and fourth right now. So pretty soon, I don't know when, but we should be seeing green flag stops sooner or later for the leaders. So this could this be a two stopper or a three stopper for these drivers? That's yet to be determined. That is such a technical corner in turn five with that hairpin. Oh, Marcus Armstrong is now into pit lane. We're riding on board with Graham Rahal, looking at Alex Palau, currently in 10th right now. And this is what happened in qualifying. Oh, into the wall. Yeah, that's what happened yesterday. We're currently, right now, still running in the top 10. Despite, I I believe he went to a backup car. I'm not 100% sure on that. He started about midfield, and he's been in the middle of the field ever since. Although he's made up a few start positions on the initial start, running top 10 right now. There's Nolan Siegel's on pit lane. Same with Stingray Robb. Oh, into the wall. Who is that? That's a full course caution right there. It's Mick Schumacher, the rookie, who's having a good run so far. That's unfortunate. Oh, came in a bit too hot there in turn four. Yep, came in a bit too hot into that wall. That's unfortunate for the German. All right, and we're back as we have a couple drivers making their pit stops during this full course caution that came out with Mick Schumacher as they're tending to his car and his car off the track. There's Schumacher. Yep, he came in a bit too hot. Yep, said multiple times before, he just came in a bit too hot. Either that or he just clipped the inside wall and just hit the outside wall. Tough break. Hmm. All right, and we are back. Yep, and the pace car is distancing itself from the field, so we're going back green this time by. It's Louis Foster, Scott McLaughlin, and yeah, those two. Into the restart zone, waiting for Louis Foster to take off. Yep, and they're off. There goes Louis Foster is gone. Green flag back in the air. Yep, it's Louis Foster, Scott McLaughlin, Marcus Erickson, Dennis Hauger, and Scott Dixon, the top five. Oh, here comes Alex Palou to the inside of David Malukas. Going for the sixth spot, and he's got it from the 12. Here they come into the tight hairpin in turn 5. Watch out, Dennis Hauger. Where are you going? Way wide. That's going to cost him a bunch of time as everyone jostling for position through that tight hairpin in turn 5. Somehow we make it through cleanly as some drivers fishtailed, spun those tires. There's Malukas to the inside of Hauger, going for 6th, and he's got it as Alexander Rossi is going to try to follow through as well. They both fishtailed coming off turn 6. He's got the preferred line as Will Power makes a pass on Kiffin Simpson. But still, Dennis Hauger holding off that challenge not for long as Rossi guts by him. Now Kyle Kirkwood's going to have to find a way past Hauger. Same with Will Power. Oh boy. Oh, there goes Kirkwood to the inside of Hauger. Watch out! Through turn 3 and coming into turn 4 now. Will Power is going to now follow through Kirkwood. And here comes Rasmussen as well through turn 4. Hauger just lost 3 positions through 3 and 4. And he's about to lose another one. He's under attack. Whoa! He gets Rasmussen! And hang on, Pato Ward! He goes around, keeps it going. Everyone's jostling, stacking up through turn 5. Watch out. That was almost a big one there as everyone's like spinning their tires. Pato Ward nearly went spinning there in turn 5. That got crazy. And Dennis Hauger, he's in trouble. You saw the latest episode of NASCAR Americana last night? So did I. And they were talking about how Kyle Busch's death looked so similar to when we lost Dale Earnhardt 25 years ago. And they were talking about the missing man formation they did at Charlotte, just like how they did for Dale Earnhardt at Rockingham. The missing man formation. That was very special. And here's the situation in turn five. Yeah, Hauger just got Rasmussen and he got Paddle Ward as everyone is jostling for position. Everyone's wheel spinning their tires in turn five. That got crazy. Very tight, very little room for error. That was almost a big one. Wow. And they're still jostling for position right here as Christian Rasmussen as Rasmussen gets by Malukas, and I think that's Lundgaard getting by Malukas as well. Now he's under attack from Nolan Siegel, I think. No, Roman Grosjean. Oh, and Malukas is now coming onto pit lane. And also how NASCAR started with family. Yeah, especially with the Petty family. Oof. Paddle Ward, he is not a happy camper behind the wheel of the five. Here's David Malukas, who just came off pit lane trying to get those tires warmed up. Meanwhile, back with Will Power as he's now in the back bumper of Nolan Siegel. Trying to make a challenge at Nolan Siegel. Oh, whoa, whoa. That was a bit earlier as Will Power got into the back of Rossi. No harm, no foul. Maybe a little bit of damage to the front wing of Power. Just a touch there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch out. That is so technical. Turn five, that is such a technical corner. I might sound a broken record, but it is. That hard-breaking hairpin. They were talking about how the May 21st, 2026 was one of the worst days in NASCAR history. Yeah, along with February 18th, 2001. How Kyle Busch was like a mentor and he was like the face of NASCAR for many years. Like how many drivers saying when they lost Dale Earnhardt in 2001, they were saying that Dale Earnhardt was NASCAR. It showed Connor Zilch in tears during NASCAR Americana. I kind I missed that part. I kind of missed that part when I watched it. But I do remember them showing how when they went to Charlotte, they did that little memorial service for Kyle Busch at the beginning of the Coca-Cola 600 during pre-race festivities. That was a very touching moment. And how they show Samantha Bush crying in the arms of her son Brexton. Yeah, Brexton, he was so strong holding his mom Samantha up. Whew, very chaotic here in Markham. It's a 118 in that video. All right, hold on a second. Oh, I saw it now. Yep, yep. I see what you're talking about now, John. Yep. Yeah, that's tough. That is very tough to watch. Yeah. Oh, what am I talking about? You just came back. Oh, it's the link that John Venevetter put in the chat when he was talking about how Connor Zilic. Yeah, the latest NASCAR Americana episode. I Can't Fly, and also about so happy that Kurt had the guts to be interviewed. Yeah, Kurt Busch, he's a strong brother. I'm pretty sure his younger brother Kyle is smiling up in heaven. Oh, Alex Palau is now into pit lane getting serviced up. Alex Palau's down and away. Oh, yeah. I'm not even gonna watch that race next Sunday. I'm not even gonna pay attention to that. Hmm. Oh, and he snubbed Johnson out of a win at Laguna Seca by inches. Uh, Do you know that would been even sweeter if Kurt Busch came back for one off race at Bristol and ran the 18 M&M's Toyota Camry with the deal from Joe Gibbs? I think that would have hit harder. Um, hmm. I guess that could be a hypothetical situation if that were to be true. But as of right now, I'm very glad that Ty Gibbs is running an M&M scheme in honor of Kyle Busch. And if you guys look closely at the Ty Gibbs scheme, if you look very closely, it shows all the Kyle Busch wins that it shows all the wins that Kyle Busch had with M&M's as his sponsor. That's a very touching detail. Like maybe race the M&M's car in a one-off race in the O'Reilly series. It could happen if Kurt Busch wants to get a deal done in that series and race at Bristol. You never know. But yeah, back to the IndyCar race at Washington D.C. next Sunday. I'm not even gonna watch that race. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna watch that race. I don't know if you saw what what Ian's what Ian posted last week in his video. Well, not last week, but the week before about the IndyCar race at Washington D.C. being an embarrassment. I don't know if you guys saw what I'm talking about. I'm not even gonna watch that race. He said that the Indy that the Indy car race at Washington D.C. is not going to be about the racing. It's a political distraction of what's going on in America right now. Yeah, I'm not even going to watch that race next week. And as you said, John Vandervenner, I'm only going to be paying attention to IMSA at VIR next week on NBC while I'm waiting for NASCAR Cup racing at New Hampshire. Honestly, for the 6 hour race at Road America, I was disappointed that no NASCAR drivers competed in it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like like one driver that could have competed, of course, Connor Zillage, but another driver who I think would have competed in that 6 hour race at Road America, hmm, maybe Austin Cindric if he wanted to, if he wanted, if he had a deal done, if he wanted to get a deal done. Yeah, SVG for sure. So maybe Connor Zillage, SVG, Austin Cindric. Those are those are some of the drivers that I think would have raced in the 6 hour race at Watkins Glen. Anyways, back to this race. The lead has kind of tightened up just a little bit. Well, as soon as I said that, Marcus Ericsson now heads to the pits. Maybe attempting an undercut to try to get ahead of Louis Foster? Maybe. And Ericsson down and away with a 7.6. And Alexander Rossi is also getting serviced up, and he's down and away. Well, maybe not. A bit of a slow stop for Rossi, 9.3. And Will Power just finished his service with an 8.3. Dennis Hauger's on pit lane now. Whoa, what is going on? Bit of a traffic jam. Watch out. Little touch there. Watch out. Rango's spinning. Is that Armstrong? I think that's Marcus Armstrong. Yes, it is. Stalled at the exit of turn 5. Caution is out. Full course yellow. Ah, Stingray Rob got into him. The 77 kind of body slammed him coming off turn 5. And as soon as Armstrong hit the gas, it just looped around on him. I said it multiple times before. Turn 5, especially on the exit of turn 5, it is a very technical corner to navigate that tight hairpin. Can't wait for the season finale at Laguna Seca. When is that, honest? When is that season finale at Laguna Seca? Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's end this season with a great race. Yep, there it is. Yeah, when is the season finale at Laguna Seca for the IndyCar series? Oh, before the Southern 500? Okay. I might do I might do live reactions to that if I have the time. And if it's not if it's literally if it's not like literally right before the Southern 500, I might be able to do IndyCar reactions to that to the season finale at Laguna Seca. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Be right back, folks. Whoa, what's going on there? As as Marcus Armstrong trying to get going, almost got hit by the safety trucks there and the safety car. That caused a little bit of a jam up. Huh. Oh, okay. Don't know what happened to the 76 there. Whoa, where are you going, Will Power? Where are you going, Power? A lot of confusion there in turn five. Wow. Ferrucci gets going again. I think that's McLaughlin who stalled out. What is happening? A lot of confusion there. What in the world? Pit stops. Here comes the leader, Louis Foster. Scott Dixon follows him in. Kyle Kirkwood as well. There's VK. Rasmussen's also in. Paddle Ward. Lungard. And they just lost a ton of positions. Louis Foster, who's been leading pretty much since the start of this race, is going to have a long ways to go. He's going to have a long uphill climb if he wants to get back to the front. Since he just pitted, it's not going to be easy. All right. We're back once again as they're coming to the green flag, this time by it's Nolan Siegel, Roman Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson, Stingray Robb, and Graham Rahal, the top five. And Nolan Siegel takes off, green flag back in the air. As for Louis Foster and the other drivers that pitted, they're deep in the field. They're going to have a long uphill battle to get back through the field if they want to get to the front. And look at Scott McLaughlin to the. I mean that's Graham Rahal on the inside of Stingray Robb for the fourth position. That was a bit of a challenge. He made it work there. Oh, into the hairpin in turn 5. Be smart, guys. Be smart. Oh, contact. Will stall there. A lot of drivers almost coming to a complete stop there in turn 5 because of how tight it is. But up front, there's a battle for the lead going on as Roman Grosjean is up to the back bumper of Nolan Siegel. Oh, watch out, a little squirrely there coming off turn 6. Grosjean's got him right where he wants him. Just waiting for an opportunity to pounce. Oh, Dixon into the wall with, I think that's Christian Rasmussen as well. Caution. Gets it pointed in the right direction, but Rasmussen looks as though he is done. Oh, a little touch there. And Rasmussen, no place to go. A little touch there from Dennis Hauger. Oof. That old saying, folks, cautions breed cautions. That might be the case once again. Rasmussen out of his car. He is done for the day. That's unfortunate for the Danish driver. And Dixon getting some repairs done to that car. The IndyCar drivers at a baseball game. What? Christian Lundgaard did the first pitch. Look at that. Oh wow, wow, that's gonna take some time. On board with Will Power. Whoa, ho, ho! McLaughlin got really squirrely coming off turn three. That allowed him to take that position. And oh, look out! That's why McLaughlin almost came to a complete stop in turn five. Got into Will Power. Probably didn't like that in turn three. But Power was able to keep it going. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Scott Dixon's chances of a possible win today are possibly over. Not the way Dixon wanted this to go, especially since this is his last season driving for Chip Ganassi Racing before he moves on to Arrow McLaren next season. Oh, you can't do that, Armstrong. You're being told to wait. You cannot do that, especially pulling out in front of a pace car. Come on, dude. Got to do better than that. All right, the lights are out on the pace car, coming back to green this time by, as we're about 5 laps away from the halfway point in this race. It's still Nolan Siegel, Roman Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson, Graham Rahal, and Will Power, the top five, when they get the restart once again. And Nolan Siegel hits the gas and back green once again. And Will Power already trying to make a move already on Graham Rahal. No movement there. And there goes Alex Palau to the inside of Power, trying to take the fifth spot away. Can't do it, as he's under attack once again from Louis Foster. Oh, man. Oh, boy, coming into the technical section of turn 5, that sharp hairpin. Watch out, guys. It's going to get tight. Oh, Nolan Siegel goes wide at the exit of turn 5. That allows Roman Grosjean to take the lead. There's got a few cars coming to a complete stop near the tail of the field. One of those cars was Joseph Newgarden back there. Somehow they keep going once again. Oh, look at Pato Ward going by Alex Palau. Now into the inside or the right side of Will Power now. Oh, watch out, a little tight there. Contact made between those two. Somehow they made it through cleanly without tearing up a bunch of race cars there in that section. There's Louis Foster, another position. He's past Graham Rahal. That's for fourth. Picking them off one at a time as Pato Ward goes to the inside of Will Power through turn 4, trying to take that position before they get into turn 5. Watch the technical hairpin. Oh, someone got turned there just a little bit. Is everyone stacking up? I think it's Alex Palou that almost got turned coming off turn 5. My goodness. Oh, Kirkwood to the inside of Graham Rahal. Look out. A little tight there. Goes Lundgaard. Pato Ward follows through. Man, a lot of jostling for position. Here goes Malukas to the inside of VK. That's for 13th. My goodness gracious. Everyone's getting so antsy on this restart. I mean, this is the opportunity to take just off a restart to get as many positions as you can. But look at on the wing on the left front of Rena's VK's car. The wing is wobbling up and down. And there goes Louis Foster right past. Oh, and Foster hard into the wall in turn 3. Just as he got past Marcus Ericsson, he slams it in turn 3. Oh my gosh. What in the world just happened to him? Coming into turn 3, it looked like he just made the pass cleanly on Ericsson, but he just slammed it coming off the corner. Man, that is such a tough break for Louis Foster. Looked so strong in the early portions of this race, led 32 laps, was coming back through the field after making that pit stop. Man, that is not good. Here it is again, coming off turn two. Foster gets a good run on Ericsson, dives to the inside to have the preferred line going into turn three. Did he just. Oh, look, he hit the inside wall. Oh! He just clipped the inside wall in turn three. That just shot his car straight into the wall and turn to the outside. That touch right there shot his car into the wall. Can only imagine how it would be if Jamie Little was calling that. I'm pretty sure she would be like, "Oh, and Louis Foster hard into the wall." Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Foster makes a pass on Ericsson. Oh, and a big hit in turn three. Do you think Fox should have gotten Brent Stover or Eric Brennan to commentate IndyCar? I can imagine how crazy they would have reacted if they were commentating. Oh, whoa. I'm pretty sure Eric Brennan will. And Louis Foster makes a pass. No, he doesn't. He slams it in turn three. Oh, what a tough break for Louis Foster. That's kind of like how Eric Brennan would be like if he was commentating this race. He makes a pass on Ericsson. No, he doesn't. He slams it in turn three. Oh, what a tough break for Louis Foster. That's kind of like how he would say. But if it were Jamie Little, Louis Foster, man. But if it were Jamie Little, if Jamie Little was calling the race, she'll be like, "Oh, and a big hit for Louis Foster." Kind of like that. Do I think Fox should have gotten one of those to commentate IndyCar? Um, I kind of want to say Brent Stover. I think Brent Stover should have should have gotten an opportunity to call IndyCar races. Eric Brennan, he should be in the trucks booth full time next year. And I thought that Jamie Little was not commentating that truck race at Richmond because she was pit reporting this. But nope. Oh, that is such a big shot that Foster took at the exit of turn three. Oh, and this pit crew can't believe it. Man. who just crashed. You're finally able to watch both the IndyCar race and your reaction. Oh, it's Louis Foster. He was making his way through the field after just pitting, but then as he was going by Marcus Ericsson coming into turn three, he clipped the inside wall and slammed the outside wall, ending his shot at a good chance, at a good finish. A perfect loose, 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 and crash meme. Maybe. Loose, loose, oh, and crashed. That could be potential meme material. Uh, Genuine question. Before IndyCar announced that they're moving from Toronto to Markham, have you ever heard of the city Markham? It's in the GTA Greater Toronto area. Um, I don't think. No, I haven't heard of the city Markham. I don't think I've ever heard of the city Markham. This is the only. Yeah, I'm with you, John. I haven't heard of Markham at all until they announced that IndyCar was moving to a new street course in Canada. Yeah, I was pulling for Louis Foster as well. I can't fly. Yeah, he looked so good through traffic, led the opening portions of this race, but just one mistake while going by Marcus Ericsson coming into turn three, just clipped the inside wall in turn three. That shot him straight into the outside wall. So, right now, they're refusing to tone down the progressive Hamlin commercials. Yeah, honestly, with the progressive commercial with Denny Hamlin in that robotic car, it's kind of getting annoying, honestly. Yeah, that's getting annoying. I can care less about that Washington Grand Prix next week. I'm not even paying attention to that. Have I heard of the cities Mississauga, Oakville, and Scarborough? Ja- James James Hinchcliffe is from Oakville. I think I've heard of Oakville, but Mississauga and Scarborough, I don't think I've heard of those counties. The only cities of Canada I've actually heard of are are Vancouver, Montreal, and Toronto. Well, you also got Winnipeg, I think, and Calgary. That's up in Canada. Yeah, Winnipeg and Calgary as well. But as for do you know Edmonton as well? Yes, I do. But as for Mississauga and Scarborough, no. In Ottawa, yes, Ottawa as well. Uh huh. Sports is huge in Toronto. Yeah, yeah, because they got like got like basketball, baseball, racing, of course. I believe the basketball team is the Toronto Raptors, and the baseball team is the Toronto Blue Jays. Which, by the way, they're going against the Yankees later on today. Have I heard of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada? Neil Peart, Neil Peart, the drummer for Rush, was born in Hamilton, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. I think I've heard of that county. I think so. So I'm gonna say yes. Uh, oh, I thought they were getting the restart. Never mind. One of your favorite arenas in Toronto is the Rogers Centre. Rogers Centre. And to help boost your memory, the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the CFL. Oh, the Canadian Football League. Oh, the Toronto Blue Jays, where the Toronto Blue Jays play. Okay, I see what you're talking about now. Yep. The Sky Dome. You can see from the Sky Dome. You can see the CN Tower. No way. Okay. Hmm. All right. I think the lights are out on the pace car, so we're coming back to green this time by. So now it's Roman Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson, Will Power, Cal Kirkwood, and Christian Lundgaard, the top five. Took a little bit of took a little while to clean up turn three, but we're now coming back to green this time by. And Roman Grosjean onto the gas off turn 12. Green flag back in the air. Already, Marcus Ericsson wasted no time to try to take a peek on Grosjean, but no harm, no foul. Through turn four cleanly. Now into the technical section of turn five. Hang on, folks. It could get tight. What a shot of the train. Look at that shot of the train. Oh, Palau. Oh, spinner. Almost. Don't know who that was. Don't know who that was. That almost got turned coming off turn 5. But for the most part, still far, still good. Oh, that's that's Alexander Rossi who has a flat. The right front is down on that 20 car. He's trying to limp it back to the pits there. Oof. That's another one of the Ed Carpenter cars. Still hurt over the Toronto Blue Jays losing the World Series by a fluke, lucky hit by the LA Dodgers, similar to how the Denny Hamlin fans were beyond devastated after Phoenix last year. That was literally a day after Toronto lost, I believe. A rough 24 to 48 hours for us sports fans. Oh, that's where the contact was between Alex Palau and Alexander Rossi. That's what caused the tire to go flat. Yep. And I believe the Toronto Blue Jays were like this close to winning the World Series altogether until I think one of the players was trying to make it to home plate to get the win, but he just was caught out. He was just tagged out just before he hit the plate. They were in the ninth inning, in the ninth and final inning. Yeah, and Toronto was winning as well. Yeah. Yeah, one of the Toronto Blue Jays players was trying to make it to home plate, but he was just tagged out just before he hit home plate to get the win. Ugh, so close. If the Toronto Raptors didn't win the 2019 NBA title, would have been truthfully more devastated. Oof. Oof. And I can definitely tell you how that feels. Me, as a New Yorker, my New York Yanks haven't won a World Series since 2009. We're still looking for a 28th World Series championship. We were so close in 2024 when we were going up against the Dodgers, but the Dodgers were just too strong. They were just too strong. Won the opening 3 games, then the Yanks won game 4, and the Dodgers closed it out in game 5 after that 5th inning blunder by the Yanks on defense. Oh, Kyle Kirkwood! What happened to Kirkwood? What just happened to Kirkwood? What happened to him? All his tires are almost off. What happened to him? Oh, about the same thing that's about the same thing Louis Foster did. Tough break for Kirkwood. That's just about the same thing Louis Foster did. The caution before. Turn 3. Yep, just hit the inside wall in turn 3. That shot him straight into the outside wall. David Lang currently is in Markham right now. Nice. The New York Rangers have it worse. They haven't won a Stanley Cup since '94. Golly. the year after Canada won its last cup and won once since in the last nearly 100 years. Psh, wow. Well, thankfully, as a New Yorker myself, thankfully we got that NBA title this year. Thank 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 God the New York Knicks were able to close it out in 2026 with their first NBA championship since 1973. Wow, what a drought. Still waiting for a World Series championship for the Yanks. So still waiting on that. Ba- Basically, New Yorkers like myself have felt have felt the same way us Canadians who feel Toronto is our home when Toronto won the NBA won the 2019 title. Before that, the last time Toronto won a major league title was 1993 with the Toronto Blue Jays, 26 years prior. Wow. Wow. Yep. Can definitely relate. I can't fly. Feel that the Edmonton Oilers and Montreal Canadiens will be one of the teams to bring back home the Stanley Cup in the NHL. Definitely keep an eye on them. That's all I'm going to say. Even though I don't watch hockey as much, yeah, I don't watch hockey as much as I watch baseball and basketball, but definitely see what those teams can do. I like New York, Manhattan a lot, but I just don't like Zohran Mamdani. Regardless, I still want to visit with my friend and drive there one day because luckily we don't get to we don't have to take a plane. Oh, And Louis Foster out of his car. Yeah, that's a tough break for Louis Foster. Had such a fast car, but that one cost mistake right there, and he was in trouble from there on. Um, I've seen, I've visited the Empire State Building before, but never actually went inside the Empire State Building. But as for the One World Trade Center and 9/11 Memorial Reflecting Pools, yeah, I want to visit that one day. The One World Trade Center and the Memorial Pools. All right, the lights are out on the pace car. Your late cousin Laura, who sadly passed away from alcohol 2 years ago, had an Instagram account with the post where she visited not the 9/11 Memorial Museum. That's what your mom told you recently? Dang, man. Mm, wow. Anyways, coming back to green this time by, it is Marcus Ericsson, Will Power, Christian Lundgaard, Pato Ward, and Santino Ferrucci, the top five now. What's going to happen now? So we're coming back around. It'll be 32 laps to go when they get the green. And Marcus Ericsson takes off coming off turn 12, back green once again. McLaughlin kind of took a peek on the inside of Nolan Siegel, but here comes Roman Grosjean on the inside of Stingray Rock, takes the sixth spot away. Into the technical section of turn 5 once again. Watch out, watch out. Oh, New Garden gets turned in turn 5. I knew that was coming. And another full course caution. What are we doing? What are you guys doing now? Like seriously, what are you guys doing? This is getting ridiculous now. I had a feeling that was coming. Nolan Siegel on the inside of Newgarden just got into him. Turn 5. What are we doing now? Like, what is going on now? Hold on a second. All right. All right, back to what you were saying. If I can find her account, I will repost it or make a post about it on IG so you can see it. She also visited Paris, France as well, and went up to the Eiffel Tower. Wow. Okay. Uh, wait. All right. All right. Are the lights on the pace car? Yes, they are. So now, coming to the restart, it's Marcus Ericsson, Romain Grosjean, Scott McLaughlin, David Malukas, and Renus VK. All right. Hey, what's up, Cody Worst Sucks? W name. When did Renus VK win a race? I believe in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know which race that was, but he has won before. Anyways, green flag back in the air with 28 laps to go. Can we please get some green flag racing in this time? Please. Scott McLaughlin all over the back bumper of Romain Grosjean as they come into the hard braking zone of turn 5 once again. Can we keep it cleanly? Too wide. Watch for that. Wow, we made it cleanly through turn 5 this time. Nice. We made it cleanly this time through turn 5. Okay. Oh, Nolan Siegel, avoidable contact, drive through penalty. I saw that coming. Yep. Oh, and there goes Will Power to the inside of Kiffin Simpson. That's for 8th spot, and Power takes it. Yeah, it looks like everyone's starting to settle into their positions as it coming once again into turn five with Marcus Ericsson with the 1.2-second advantage over Roman Grosjean. Oh, watch out, power. It's all over the back bumper of Dennis Hauger in the 19. Dang, Ericsson hasn't pitted since 34 laps ago? Dang. So I believe Ericsson will have to pit soon if he wants to make it to the end. And Roman Grosjean, I think he's good to go because he last pitted 11 laps ago, now 12 laps ago. And look right there in sixth spot, the championship leader, Alex Palau, up to the back bumper of Renus VK. Yeah, how will that left front hold up for Renus VK since that front wing is damaged up pretty good from that contact earlier in the race? Humble with willpower once again, currently sitting in the eighth position after that making that pass on Kiffin Simpson 2 laps ago. And Alex Palau has just made the pass on Renus VK for the fourth position. I mean, for sixth. What is the. Okay, that was. What is the Fox ticker doing? That was weird. That was so odd. Okay. So I think Alex Palau just made the pass on VK for the fifth position. Yeah, that was for fifth. Okay. Oh, man. Marcus Ericsson has checked out from this field. Holy cow. Yeah, Ericsson is flying. Yeah, there he is through turn six. We visited Comic Con and the Skyline Tower at Niagara Falls back in December of last year. Nice. Has Marcus Ericsson won an IndyCar race this year? I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% sure. But I believe he did. I just can't remember where. All right, hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Got to do something real fast. Be right back, folks. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Um, if not, then this feels like a wild card race since the best of the best aren't dominating the race. Oh, if Marcus Ericsson gets the win, okay. Just notice this: Renus VK is driving AM/PM. The sponsor Denny Hamlin got his 60th career win in Vegas, and the last win that his dad saw. Yep, yep, that is correct. Uh huh. Well, up to the third spot right now, Alex Palau. He just made the pass on David Malukas. He's picking them off one at a time. Dale Coyne Racing's last win was at St. Petersburg with Sebastian Bourdais. Dang, it's been a long time. It has been a long time since Dale Coyne Racing won in the IndyCar series. Wow. Remember when 5 Hour Energy came to IndyCar 2 years ago, and now they look like they've left the sport soon after the season? Um, I do remember that, but which driver did they sponsor? I can't remember. Oh, and for second, Alex Palau just made the pass on McLaughlin. Now he's in second. This is how he got it. Textbook pass on Scott McLaughlin. Oh, Fittipaldi. I think is it Pietro Fittipaldi? I believe that's his first name. Pietro Fittipaldi. I think. But I know what you're talking about now. Now that you mentioned it. Yeah, I didn't know that Dale Coyne Racing won an IndyCar race before this either, until they just mentioned it a few minutes ago. Still got 16 laps to go in this race, so a long ways to go. Yeah, if Roman Grosjean wants to win today, he's gonna have to earn it because he's got the four-time champion Alex Palau right on his heels and closing. Yep, there it is. As they just said, catching them is one thing, but passing a whole different scenario. Gap has been cut down once again to like 1.3 seconds. It was 1.6 to 1.8 last lap. Now it's still shrinking, 1.2. Yep, Palau is coming. He is closing. Oh, Ericsson to the inside of Renus VK for the sixth spot, and he's got it. And Kiffin Simpson's going to follow through as well. Oh, Pato Ward to the inside of VK, and he'll take the eighth spot away. Yep. Alex Palas still continuing to be on the prowl, trying to close the gap on Roman Grosjean. Whoa, Palau! Big mistake in turn 6 there. Watch out. Right there, entering turn 6, he just bobbled just a little bit. He was able to catch it. But now the gap has extended to about 2.8 seconds. Now 3.2 seconds from Grosjean to Palau. And there goes Ericsson right by David Malukas. Up to fifth spot. He's picking them off one at a time. And there goes Power right by Scott McLaughlin for third. Back to the leaders. Man, Alex Palau, after that little mistake he made a couple laps ago in turn 6, he is still right there, closing fast on Grosjean. Oh my gosh. There's Will Power right there. Marcus Ericsson, McLaughlin. It seems as though Alex Palau's strength is at the front stretch from like turn 12 to turn 3. That's where his strong point is. And Roman Grosjean's strong point is that long straight from the exit of turn 5 down into turn 6. Dale Dale Coyne Racing has always been a lower funded team. Dang. Why did Ericsson have to pit, but everybody else hasn't? I believe I believe Ericsson had to pit was because he didn't have enough fuel to make it to the end. Plus, he had a lot of laps on his tires, so they were getting worn out. So I guess you could make an argument with that. But he's up to fourth right now. Ericsson is up to fourth right now, trying to close in on Will Power. No, no, please don't say anything about Roman Grosjean yet. I can't fly, especially since he's leading with about 10 laps to go. Please don't pull a Darian Gilliam. Please don't pull a Darian Gilliam. There's still a long ways to go with 10 to go, and it's a pretty big track to maneuver around, so not yet. And for third, Marcus Ericsson coming up to the back bumper of Will Power. Well, Alex Palau, he was up to like 1 second behind Roman Grosjean, but ever since Grosjean got updated with the fuel that he had, he's driven away from Palau. Now the gap is about 2.4 seconds. He's about to fall into the clutches of Will Power and Marcus Ericsson. As they're coming into turn five once again, Ericsson has a shot to get to the inside of Will Power. And in turn five, contact with Will Power. That's how he made the pass. Whoa, both of them. Wilson coming off turn five. But Ericsson up to third right now. Kind of body slammed Will Power out of the way to do it. Whatever happened to Darian Gillen, by the way? I believe he has a full-time job in whatever sports he's doing in, in terms of commentary. But I don't know. But man, Ericsson just sent it into turn five and just body slammed Will Power out of the way to take the third spot away. Yeah, Will Power is not going to be a happy camper about that. Oh, wow. Yeah, Will Power, he is not going to be pleased with Ericsson about that move. No siree. It's been nearly 2 years since Darian Gillen or Black Lives Matter made a video. Jeez. Well, whatever Darian's doing right now, I hope he's doing okay. Oh, my stream reminded you that the IndyCar race is racing today. No problem, the Braden Bunch. No problem. No problem. we could get a fun winner in the first ever race of Markham. Please let it happen. Hard is racing. Yeah. Well, right now Grosjean continues to lead, but now on the prowl is Marcus Ericsson, who's now on the back bumper of the four-time champ Alex Palou, trying to look for second. He has the tire advantage. He's got plenty of time to do it. There he goes again into turn 5, making the move, and he takes it coming off turn 5. Now, no traffic in between Romain Grosjean and Marcus Ericsson. If Grosjean wants to win this race and get his first career win in the IndyCar series, he's going to have to earn it because Ericsson is on the prowl right now. Textbook pass by Marcus Ericsson. You can definitely see it right now. You don't need a stopwatch. You can just see it, how fast that Ericsson is going because of the tire advantage. The gap is already cut down to 1.2 seconds. He's closing fast on Grosjean. Yep, Ericsson is there. He's there. Look out. Malukas, low touch there with the outside wall. No harm, no foul. As Will Power now makes the pass on Alex Palou for third. He too is on the prowl, trying to get up there. He's in the podium position now. Yep, there's the gap. It's 0.3 of a second. Ericsson is there. He's on the back bumper of the 18. I think Ericsson's going to get him into turn 5. I think he's going to get it. I think Ericsson's going to make the pass coming into this corner right here. But is he close enough? Nope, not close enough. It's not close enough. He wasn't close enough to make the pass in turn 5 that lap. Grosjean still holds his own. He's using the push to pass. There he goes to the inside. Ericsson for the lead. Going to turn 6, and he's got it. Ericsson to the point. Yep, there was nothing that Romain Grosjean could do with the tire advantage that Ericsson had. Oh, spinner in turn 5. That's Kevin Simpson. I think he's got back going again for Kiffin Simpson's got back going once again. We stay green. Well, I can't fly. You just pulled a Darian Gilliam. I think you just somewhat pulled a Darian Gilliam, saying how cool would it be to see Romain Grosjean win. I think you just pulled a Darian Gilliam. But man, there was nothing Roman Grosjean could do because, like I said before, Marcus Ericsson, he had the tire advantage. He had fresher tires than Roman Grosjean. Ericsson was just much faster. Yeah, Ericsson would have catched him anyways. Uh huh. Yep. Man, that is such a cool shot of the train going on top of the bridge there in turn five. That is such a cool shot of the train. Wow. The only way Grosjean would win is if Ericsson pulls a checkered flag. Here I come. Well, I don't think that's going to happen because look at the gap is now about 4 seconds over Grosjean. Wow. This time around, 2 laps to go in Markham. Marcus Ericsson is going to have to make a big mistake if Grosjean wants to win. With that big of a gap, nearly 5 seconds over Grosjean, I honestly don't see it happening. As the battle for third is still continuing between Will Power and Alex Palau. Yeah, this is for the final podium position as Will Power's trying to hold on, while Palau, he wants that third position. And for Romain Grosjean, he gave it his all, but he just could not hold off the faster car of Marcus Ericsson, who looked so good in traffic after pitting, had the tire advantage, and looked as though he's going to cruise away to a win on the inaugural race on the streets of Markham in Canada. Through turn 10 and 11, and coming into turn 12, looking for the white. And he's going to get it. White flag, 1 lap to go for Marcus Ericsson. 12 turns, he's going to have to navigate perfectly. He's got a good enough cushion advantage to do so. Over 6 seconds is the gap between him and Romain Grosjean. Man, such a heartbreak for Romain Grosjean. It looks as though he's going to come up 1 spot short from his first career win in the IndyCar series. He gave it his all, but he just could not hold off the hard charging and the faster car of Marcus Ericsson, who pitted for fresh tires. It looked so good through traffic. And after a topsy-turvy day with a bit of chaos, especially in the middle of the race, it looks as though it's going to come down to a Swedish driver of Marcus Ericsson getting the victory on the streets of Markham in the first ever race at Markham. Through turn 8 and through turn 9, he's only got 3 more corners to go. The 2022 Indy 500 champion looks as though he's going to do it in the streets of Markham through turn 10. 2 more corners to go. And off turn 12, Marcus Ericsson is the inaugural winner on the streets of Markham in Canada. What a drive, what a victory, what a race for the Swede. And for the podium position, it looks as though Will Power gets P3, holding off Alex Palau. If only aero blocking existed in IndyCar, I don't think so. Zach Porter, the strategist for Ericsson. What a call he made to pit his driver to take 4 tires late in the race and have his driver burst through the field and take the lead away with 5 laps to go from Romain Grosjean. Don't worry, Grosjean. Your day is coming. I know it. Your day is coming soon, man. Yep, two Andretti Global Racing cars in the podium positions. Ericsson with the win and Will Power in P3. And that wraps it up for the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy at Markham. What did Romain Grosjean say? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear Romain Grosjean say anything, honestly, when they showed the strategist for Marcus Ericsson. But man, but man, that's gotta that's gotta sting for Grosjean. One spot short. But his day is coming. I know his day is coming soon. But anyways, congratulations to Marcus Ericsson on getting the win on the inaugural race on the streets of Markham after being so many after racing so many years on the streets of Toronto. They tried out a different course, and so far, despite the bit of chaos in the middle of the race, especially with Louis Foster and Kyle Kirkwood literally hitting the walls in the same ways they did in turn three, it was a solid race overall. But yeah, I still wish we had more ovals in IndyCar. Still, we still need more ovals in IndyCar instead of just relying on street courses all the time. But as of right now, this race at Markham, it was a solid one. I'm willing to see what this race will be like if it's back next year on the IndyCar schedule. But anyways, I'm satisfied with this. So guys, that wraps it up for today's live stream. I'm sorry that you didn't get a chance to see any NASCAR Cup Series reactions last night. Unfortunately, it is what it is, guys. But I heard that Joy Logano got the win last night. Yeah, don't care about that. At least all four Hendrick cars got a top 10 in that race in Richmond last night, so gladly take that. So the next live stream you'll see from me, it's not the Washington Grand Prix for the IndyCar Series. I'm not paying attention to that because it's just a political distraction, and I don't want to get into that. So I'm not paying attention to the IndyCar race at Washington next week. So the next live streaming reactions you'll see from me is NASCAR Cup Series reactions from New Hampshire Motor Speedway next Sunday. So tune in next Sunday for that. It's been your boy, Cito Brown. You all have a great rest of your Sunday. And I'll catch you guys next Sunday for NASCAR Cup Series reactions from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe as well for more live streaming content like this. So until then, peace out, y'all, and have a good day.